You know what bugs the crap out of me? Nobody uses pencils anymore, but when you take a test in college, you have to use pencils. So everyone goes out and gets those stupid-ass mechanical pencils that break a million times, you can't use them. But the worst part is for us old school, lunch pail guys that use regular pencils, and I'm talking about the yellow hexagonal ones, there are no pencil sharpeners to be found. I go to the office, no sharpener. I go to the fucking Mizzou store, no sharpeners. Why the fuck am I paying all this money for tuition and they don't even have a goddamn pencil sharpener? Any thoughts?
Who the fuck uses pencils anymore?
Fuck you. Welcome to Alternative Facts, where we don't get paid, no one listens, and we don't give a shit. It has been about 3 weeks since our first podcast, and we're finally following it up. I'd like to give a quick shout out to all the people who gave us feedback on the first one. We appreciate it, and we hope you guys show it to all your friends. So, I spent part of my spring break in Hilton Head, South Carolina, on the beach drinking Corona. How did you spend your spring break, Sean?
Well, first off, before I get to that, if people actually listened, do we get paid now?
Do we get paid? I think our viewers should be giving us $5 for every time they listen to the podcast.
I agree.
If they like it, $10.
Well, my spring break has been spent in bed, in hospitals, getting ribs popped back into place.
Jesus.
You could pretty much say that I am falling apart. I'm like Tiger Woods right now.
Tiger's totally back, though. For real. He's back.
He's back.
So, for shout-outs, I would like to give a quick shout-out to UConn's women basketball. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they lost on a buzzer beater last night in overtime to Mississippi State. It's a pretty solid move by them because for the first time in over 4 years, they can play with a chip on their shoulder. I mean, they're pretty big underdogs now, right? I mean, not being the defending champion, I mean, it makes them a huge underdog. The betting that's going to happen on UConn is ridiculous.
I agree completely. I'm going to throw out my opening shout-out to GameStop. It just came out the other day that GameStop is going to close 100 stores locally. And honestly, I laugh in their faces. I want to tell them they can go screw off because they have been ripping us off as customers for years. You can literally go there and buy a new PlayStation, hand it back to them right there and then, and they'll give you $5 for it. Like, what is the freaking point? There is no. It's not even worth it to go to GameStop anymore. You can buy all your stuff on your consoles. The stuff that you want, they don't even have. Like, what are we supposed to do?
GameStop fucking sucks.
Alright, so March is obviously over now. Today's April 1st, but we are still in March Madness season. So the hot thing to do right now is brackets. We spent our day debating the KSHE 95 March Madness bracket. I don't know about you, but if there's something in bracket form this time of year, I will debate it until I'm blue in the face.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what pisses me off, though, is fucking Sammy Hagar beat Leonard Skinner. That is some bullshit. You motherfuckers voted for Sammy Hagar. Fuck you. I mean, Skinner is spectacular. I don't give a shit how early Ronnie Van Ho died. I'm sorry. I'm getting mad. I'm getting off topic.
But the thing is, brackets are seasonal. Brackets will only be relevant in March. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, I'd like to introduce how we're going to begin every single show from now on with power rankings.
Power rankings.
Because while brackets are temporary, power rankings are forever. And it's not necessarily going to be top 5 teams in the NHL or top 5 freshmen left in the NCAA tournaments. It's going to be power rankings of whatever the hell we feel like. And I think there's no better way to kick off power rankings than with fast food french fries.
Gotta love them french fries.
And you have so many different types.
All right, Sean, how about you go first? Who's in your top 5? Let's have a little debate here.
My number 5 is Hardee's.
Hardee's french fries.
I tell you what, you do not go to any fast food place other than Hardee's. You do not get hotter french fries than at Hardee's. They're always hot, always fresh, nice and salty. Like, I will go to Hardee's and just order fries. Like, I will not do that anywhere else.
You do that all the fucking time, dude.
No, I don't.
Talking out your ass. For me, number 5 is actually a little asterisk technicality because I couldn't think of any fries but Sonic's Tater Tots. Are you a tot guy?
Yes.
You're a tot guy?
I'm coming around to tater tots. I used to actually not like tater tots growing up.
You didn't like anything growing up, dude. you're the pickiest eater on the planet. Okay, but Sonic tater tots. I mean, they say, do you want fries or tots? And so I'm like, is that even a question? I'm gonna take the tater tots. You get them. They're so you can't even pick them up out of the box. They're so hot. And they're fresh, and you bite into them, and they're crunchy. Tater tots are spectacular, but as soon as tater tots get soft, it's over.
Yes.
It's over. So you eat them when they're hot. You eat them before you eat your sandwich at Sonic because they're so damn good.
Do you think the tater tots were saved by Napoleon Dynamite? I feel like Napoleon Dynamite never came out. Tater tots would be extinct.
How has he never done a tater tots commercial?
That's a great question.
Like the little or Ida tater tots, like, hey, I'm Napoleon Dynamite and I support this tater tots or whatever. You think they do that at some point?
Alright, so my number 4 is going to be White Castle. I'm a big fan of the crinkle cut French fry. I feel like, I'm a guy that puts a bunch of salt on my French fries. You know that from high school.
You like fries with your salt.
I love fries with my salt. And I feel that the crinkle cut French fry, you get more salt on there than any type of fry, whether it's steak, waffle, shoestring, like you name it. You get more salt on it. It's easier to put ketchup on. It's easier to grab out of the box. Even though you get like a small quantity of White Castle, the quality is A+. I'll give them my number 4 spot.
I haven't had White Castle in years, and I haven't had White Castle French fries in even longer. If I'm going there, I'm getting little sandwiches, and then I'm absolutely destroying the next toilet I see. So I try and stay away from White Castle for the most part. Number 4 for me is McDonald's fries when they're fresh. I'm not talking about we're tossing you this bag of fries. They're kind of mushy. A lot of them are when they're bent. If any of the fries are bent, McDonald's is like, okay, get the fuck out of here. But no, McDonald's fries, when they are fresh, they are crispy, they're hot. Oh, they are spectacular. I mean, they salt the shit out of those too.
It's almost like too much.
It's almost too much salt, but when they nail it, they absolutely nail it. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Penn Station. It's controversial because we cannot. I don't know if we can technically consider it fast food, but they're so solid. I remember beginning of 2015. I think that the first 7 days of the year, I had Penn Station like 5 of the first 7 days of the year,
Jesus.
Including those fries.
Is there a Penn Station around here?
There's about 2 or 3 in the area.
Huh. I've only been to Penn Station once, but the fries were phenomenal.
Oh my god.
I got the Philly cheesesteak. Oh, so good.
I think I had like 3 of those.
All right, my number.
No mushrooms.
No mushrooms, of course. Hey, both of us are strongly against mushrooms of all kind. Except, unless you want to start tripping. We'll edit that out. Number 3 for me is Chick-fil-A's waffle fries. And it's not just that the fries are always amazing and crispy, it's that you dip them into the Chick-fil-A sauce. And the Chick-fil-A sauce is phenomenal. Sean is a communist, therefore he's not a big fan of Chick-fil-A.
Now, I'm a fan of the fries, and they're actually my number 3 too. And you know the reason that they are not higher on my list?
Why is that?
Because you can only get them 6 days a week. If you could get them 7 days a week, they would be my number 1 fry.
Dude, why would you go to fast food place on Sundays anyways? Sunday's the day that you wake up at 10 a.m., you pop your slippers on, you put some coffee on, you crack a couple eggs, you make yourself a delicious breakfast, read the newspaper, and watch football. Now, in the football off season, I usually spin around in circles and run into walls.
Well, you're aware that you don't get the French fries before 10:30 in the morning when you're waking up and making your coffee and eggs.
That's beside the point. My point is Sunday's the day when you're supposed to make the food. You're supposed to get up late. You're supposed to stretch out your back, drink coffee, make yourself some scrambled eggs, and for dinner, you make yourself a casserole, or if it's nice outside, you go grill some burgers. Sunday's a day for cooking. It's not a day for going out to fast food places. Therefore, Chick-fil-A doesn't need to be open on Sundays.
All right, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box, regular fries are always fresh. And they're nice and they're thickly cut too. Like compared to McDonald's fries, they're very thick cut. And I love it. I love it. Because, most places, if you get regular fries or curly, I want to go curly. But at Jack in the Box, I can't turn down the regular fries. They're spectacular.
That's amazing. We should see eye to eye there. My number 2.
They're your number 2?
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. Good work. Any more comments?
No, you pretty much took the words out of my mouth. I think, so when I decided that I wanted to make French fries, or French fry power rankings, the first power rankings we did.
Right.
I asked a bunch of people that I work with, hey, what are the best fast food French fries?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, I asked about 10 people I work with. Most of them grew up in St. Charles their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was almost unanimous. Number 1's Rally's.
Oh, absolutely. It's not even debatable. I wish our lists were more different, but Rally's is the best. I mean, I went there with Courtney a while back, and oh my god, the fries were heavenly. They're so good, and they got the little, the words can't even describe how good they are. They're just perfect.
And you know what makes a good French fry? You can go to a grocery store and buy them by the frozen bags. Like, I will go to Schnucks and buy about 2 or 3 bags of those at a time.
They have those at stores?
Yes!
Alright, we're pausing this and I'm going to get some right now. Alright, there's our French fry power rankings. If you disagree with us or want to mention something, you can always tweet at us. We have about 4 or 5 followers, so join along. Alright, time to go to our next segment, which is our famous People Who. So this is it's derived from people we hate. It's basically people who do stuff and how much we fucking hate them and how much we get to rant about them. Sean, what is your first People Who?
My first People Who is people who are outside and they're wearing a hat and they block the sun by using their forehead because they're wearing their hat backwards.
Those guys are such dicks.
You and I were at a baseball game, I believe it was last summer for my birthday, where we encountered a guy doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really funny. I completely forgot about it until 2 weeks ago. Emily showed me a picture of her brother doing that. I'm like, oh my god! And it was the day of our production meeting. I'm like,
it was.
This is going on People Who.
Oh, that's
like,
perfect.
Slam dunk. Like that gave me my motivation.
That's perfect. My first People Who is a shout out to a couple of my friends. People who leave the bar when you're in the bathroom. So I was at Big 12 in Columbia, Missouri. Shout out to Mizzou, Columbia, Missouri. We were there, and so they said, hey, we're about to leave. And I'm like, all right, let me go piss real quick, and I'll be back. And I'll admit, I was pretty drunk. I was in no condition to drive. My car was back at home. So I was getting a ride. I go to the bathroom, take a piss, I pop back, everyone's gone. Not even the guy who's giving me a ride. Every single person that I knew in that bar was gone. I was pissed. I got lucky that Stripes had a Stripes, the Mizzou service that drives you for free. That they had a booth out there. I was talking to a couple of cops too. Man, they knew I was wasted. They're like, "How you doing, buddy?" I'm like, "I'm pretty drunk." And they're like, "You're not driving, are you?" I'm like, "Oh hell no." They're like, "Good." Luckily, I got a ride home. But if you're gonna fucking go to a bar with someone, you make sure they have a fucking ride home. Especially when they say, "Hey, hold on a second, I'm going to the fucking bathroom." Really grinds my gears.
I remember one time you left me at Furrow Field when I didn't know my way around campus.
I didn't leave you at Furrow Field. We rushed the field and we got separated. Come on, dude. Shout out to the 2013 Mizzou victory against Texas A&M. Sean and I both got to sit in the third row at that game in the student section and rush the field. It was spectacular.
Just saying. All right, my next People Who you said you were gonna bring on AJ for this, and I was already one step ahead of this. People who have a wedding and do not have the reception be an open bar.
Why would you not?
I'm going to a wedding in May, and when I was first notified of it a couple weeks ago, the first question I asked after can I bring a date is there an open bar? And I heard yes. I'm like, thank God.
I mean, what at other weddings do you have to pay for the drinks?
I don't know. I mean, I've never met someone who's that big of a dick.
What the hell kind of fucking cheapskate doesn't have an open bar at their wedding?
Well, that's Gerald.
I plan to be blasted at all weddings I go to, including my own. To be like, do you take this bride? I gotta say, you're the best bride I've ever had. You'd be blasted on stage. It'd be hilarious. No, seriously, my wife would fucking kill me. That's funny though. AJ's got a great story about that. A wedding that was completely dry. Apparently, they didn't even have soda, or all they had was like water and Gatorade.
It was a time wherever you were staying in Cleveland. Remember that? With Ethan's stupid roommate.
Oh my god, yeah, that dweeb at the college, like, oh, it's a dry campus. I'm like, yeah, so is Mizzou. He's like, no, seriously, don't bring that beer in here. I'm like, you expect me to sit here and sleep on your dorm floor sober all night? God, what a buzzkill. He's a bigger buzzkill than Buzz Killington. All right. Oh, next People Who. People who drive vehicles in Atlanta. Holy shit. Okay, so we were driving back from South Carolina, so we had to go through Atlanta. So we're like, okay, should we go around or should we go through? We said, you know what, we'll go through because we're getting there at about 1 p.m., so we're not going to miss rush hour, or 1:30 p.m. Turns out, we didn't get out of Atlanta until almost 3:45. There was so much traffic, and I swear to God, we're in the carpool lane on the left because there's 5 of us. And so this car in front of us turns her right blinker on and whips across, so there's 5 lanes, plus the carpool lane on the left, plus the exit lane on the right. They cut across 5 lanes. It was ridiculous. I mean, people in Atlanta drive like fucking maniacs.
So every year when we go to Florida, we drive through Atlanta. We will make sure that we'll stop in like Tennessee. We'll make sure that we leave at like 4 in the morning. That way, we are out of Atlanta's. We're out of Atlanta. We're clear before rush hour.
Mm-hmm.
Also, did you see that like part of I-85 collapsed in Atlanta?
I did. Yeah, it was the day after we drove through there. Luckily, we didn't drive on I-85. We were on, I think, I-24 the whole time.
Well, the thing about it is that's only the second biggest collapse in Atlanta this year.
Ayo! God, I cannot believe they didn't run the ball. Like, what the fuck?
All right, my last people who is people who overuse hashtags.
Oh my god.
You should not have more than 4 hashtags in any. I don't care what it is. Like, what's the point? There's a space button right there.
Well, it's all about views, and it's like, why does it matter how many people view your tweets? If anything, the people who follow you are going to see it, right? I don't care how many followers I have. There's only 4 or 5 people I even care that see my tweets, right? I mean, max, like what? Am I trying to get freaking Kanye West to retweet me? I don't give a shit about Kanye. Shout out to Kanye West. That dude's cracks me up.
I mean, Kanye is shit about Kanye.
I bet Kanye has another Twitter that he uses to retweet his own tweets.
Oh yeah,
right? I bet he does that. My last people who is people who try to talk to you and tell you to quiet down when you're absolutely drunk. It's just, once you hit a certain point, it's not even going to happen. We were on our back porch just shit-faced at like 3 a.m. and some girl came outside. I think she was yelling at us to try and turn our music down, but we were just so annihilated that we had absolutely no clue what in the world she was saying. All right, so I'm going to go to an advertisement next before our interview. So today I want to talk to you about a place that's very important to me, and that is TGI Fridays. TGI Fridays is not just one of my favorite places to frequent, but it has like the best food on the planet.
Endless apps.
Endless apps. They have revolutionized the burger industry. So some restaurants are trying to
Start using fresh beef.
Start using. Yeah. Okay. Some restaurants are starting to serve kale and tofu and gay shit like that, and places that serve real food are having to differentiate themselves from these other restaurants. TGI Fridays has done this in a major way. The relatively new Buffalo Wingman Burger represents the future of food. This burger has a blackened beef patty, buffalo pimento cheese spread, spicy chipotle mayo, lettuce, tomato, red onions, and spicy pickles. And now, these aren't your mom's pickles. These spicy pickles are spectacular, and that's coming from a guy who's not a big pickle fan.
Are they like pepperoncinis?
There's something else, man. There's something else. The best part, the burger is served with a skewer of 2 of TGI Fridays' famous buffalo wings on top. So you have a
Bone-in or boneless?
Oh, bone-in, of course. We're not a bunch of pansies here. But yeah, I mean, TGI Fridays is one of America's greatest treasures, and certainly they've done it again. I urge all of our listeners to go to TGI Fridays if you want to eat the best damn burger on the planet. It comes with a toothpick that's in the burger. It's also through 2 chicken wings. It's something else, man. It is something else.
Now, can I pay with my Dave & Buster's Power Card yet?
Yes, Dave & Buster's Power Card are now allowed at TGI Fridays.
All right, perfect.
Unconfirmed.
All right, let's go ahead and let's call our buddy Gerald, and we're gonna talk some baseball here. All right, it's a good honor. We're going to have the very first ever guest in Alternative Facts history, our good friend Gerald. Gerald, how are you, buddy?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Good. It's good. Always a pleasure to talk to you, since you are at a far distance from us. It's hard to believe. Opening day's tomorrow night. Cardinals, Cubs, Busch Stadium. I'm excited.
Opening day, motherfucker.
All right. So,
it doesn't get much better than that. I don't think the Cardinals have had opened up the season at home in a long time.
2011.
Last few years.
2011. We all remember good things did happen.
2011.
I'm pretty sure 2011 ended in a pretty spectacular fashion.
All right, so the first thing I want to ask you, since you are residing in Chicago and you're braver than most of us, the big thing the Cardinals did this offseason was they signed Dexter Fowler over from the Cubs to make that big splash, cut into the division rivals like the Cubs tried to do with Jason Hayward last year. What effect do you think he's going to bring to this ball club this year?
Yeah, I think I really like the addition. Just from statistics perspective, I think he's a guy. You have a true leadoff guy. You can move. That gives you the option to move Carpenter back in the 3 spot. He had a great spring. I think his on base percentage was close to 400, and then when you talk about like the intangibles, his personality, I think he's got an infectious personality. I think it's gonna be really exciting. He's gonna be a good clubhouse guy and a great player.
I'll tell you what, every time I think about him being on our team, I remember saying back in September we need to sign him. Every time that I realize he's on our team, I smile. Like, if he hits a home run tonight, I am on the record. If he hits a home run tomorrow night, I will go out and buy his jersey for the first weekend. You heard it here
Because
first.
it sounds like a bet.
Sounds like a guarantee.
It sounds like a bet. Remember the last time I made a bet?
Yeah, Sean loses almost every bet he makes.
You owed someone a steak dinner last time you.
I'm not gonna throw out a steak dinner this time, even though I can get a discounted steak dinner. So
Jersey's not too bad.
no, even though jersey's a little more expensive, but it's for my own personal use. How many wins do you think? How many wins do you think it's gonna take for the Cardinals to win the Central?
Wow, that's a tough question.
Loaded question.
You think it's gonna be something close to 100? I mean, the Cubs, they're going to be right there, like they were last year. So I would think, upper 90s, close to 100.
Well, the thing is, him and I looked at it earlier today. If you look at their infield and their top two starting pitchers, they did not miss any games last year. I do not understand it. Bryant was healthy. Rizzo was healthy. Russell was healthy.
It was ridiculous.
Zobrist, Arrieta, and Lester started 30 games. Like, you figure that someone has to miss some injuries.
Yeah, all their pitchers pitched for 30 games, had 30 starts basically, and all their fucking fielding players played 150 games. Even Hayward, who got benched, he got benched.
Yeah, he played 140 games.
He played 140 fucking games. It's ridiculous. Who's gonna get hurt first?
I did not realize that. That's a good point you make. You think something like that's gonna happen. Someone's gonna get injured. So
Who's it gonna
I
be?
guess that's a good point. But I just think the depth they have, all the guys they have, someone will step up. But hopefully that's not the case.
All right, who are you hoping gets injured first?
Yeah.
Who am I hoping gets injured?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. You can pick any of them. They got such a talented
Sounds
team
like
on
Anthony
their
Rizzo
lap,
to me.
but-
I'm gonna have to agree with you there, Gerald.
Anthony Rizzo. Yeah, good answer.
Fuck that dude.
All right, who do you got? Let's go MVPs. Who are you leaning toward for your MVPs this year?
MVPs. Oh wow. I have a. That's a great question. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Are we talking nationally?
I've been thinking about it so far.
I think Trout takes the AL again.
Trout takes the L again
Trout's
for
just
non-playoff team.
Trout's just spectacular.
I'm gonna go Arenado and Machado.
Arenado and Machado.
Couple third
I would have to
basemen.
agree
Both are
with
gonna
that.
hit 40-ish home runs. And
Yeah,
what
I have to agree with-
both bring defensively is just jaw dropping.
I think Chris Bryant's going to win it again in the NL. I don't think Chris Bryant really has to do much for him to get the MVP, though. I mean, the dude strikes out 150,000 times, but hits 25 home runs, and everyone goes gaga.
Yeah, you think Bryant's gonna be right there. I'll go out on a limb and say I'll throw Harper in there.
Harper. I can't disagree
Getting
with
back
that.
to it.
Bryce Harper's a spectacular player.
Was down here last year, but I expect that bounce back.
Who won MVP in the NL last year?
Last year was Bryant.
Fuck, I fucking hate that guy.
All right, who's gonna be this year's Cleveland Indians? The surprise team that we're not like paying enough attention to.
I don't know. I was thinking about this before I came on. I don't know if they're going to be quite like the Cleveland Indians were last year, but I'll say my surprise team will be the Atlanta Braves.
Are they going to win 60 games instead of 40?
Now, can you open the
Yeah,
door?
maybe.
Can you open the door a little bit so Emily's aunt and uncle can hear you? I do agree. I think they're going to be better than most people think. Could they knock on the door? Maybe. It depends on how much that young talent does develop. You know, they had the experience starting rotation, which is nice, having Garcia and Colon and Dickey. And I'm excited to see what Swanson brings to the table.
The Houston Astros are going to the ALCS. Put it in the books. The Houston motherfucking Astros.
For me, I'm gonna go the Seattle Mariners. I think they finally get over. That bridge and make the playoffs for the first time in 16 years.
The Mariners. What about you, Jerry?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think the Braves are quite there yet, but I think they're a team that's going to make a big push. I mean, the way I look at it, to me, they're a team with like a bunch of misfits. I guess that's the best way to put it. They have a lot of guys who you have look at those guys in their prime. They'd be a really good team. You know, like the Dickies, the Clones,
Brandon Phillips.
Yeah, the Braves. They have Chipper Jones and Shelby Miller. Oh no, never mind.
I think they could sneak in possibly a wild card spot, but I mean that division out there, and then at least that's tough. You have the Nats and the Mets. I think that may be a tough one to rise to the top there.
Probably, we could argue that the Mets have the best starting rotation in baseball right now.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. Gerald, right now, who's winning? Who's winning it all? Who's winning it all?
Oh, winning it all. Okay. I mean, I'm biased to say the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals do have a good shot this year. If I didn't have to pick the Cardinals, I would say from the NL side, I would say the Nationals. I just love
they win a lot of playoff series.
I think them and their counterpart in hockey. It's about time they win some playoffs.
Oh, it's totally the Caps' year.
Oh, it's always the Caps' year. Every year's the fucking Caps' year. I'm sure they'll go to the second round and get knocked out by Pittsburgh again. Who from the other league?
I was kind of torn on this. I'm thinking either Boston or the Rangers. I think you're saying the Mets have one of the best starting rotations in baseball. What about Boston?
Oh, David Price is great in the postseason.
that's
When is Price gonna be back? Is my next question. Porcello had a good year last year, but is that really who he is? Like the year before, he had like an ERA about 4.8. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna get from Porcello.
Chris Sale too. Any love for him?
Nope.
Yeah. Well,
as long as they don't wear the throwbacks.
Yeah, they don't have any throwbacks. The Red Sox haven't changed their jerseys in a while, so I mean, I guess he's gonna be on board. I think when we look down the road, that's a trade that they're really gonna lose.
Cardinals are beating the Astros in 7. I'm calling it.
I'll take that.
You know who's gonna get the game-winning hit? You guys want to guess? Which Cardinal player do I think is gonna get the game-winning hit?
Piscotty?
Matt Adams, my boy. He's gonna take that first base back, and he's gonna make Carpenter go to second. Wong's gonna get out of here. I'm loving it. It's gonna happen. I'm calling it.
I'm still in my Cleveland Indians train. I want to see them get that World
Sean
Series.
has a very big heart-on for the Cleveland Indians. That's pretty bad. All right, now, so we got a couple questions for you. Since, by the way, congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you.
We're all very proud of you. Popular question. How long have you guys been dating?
It's about a year and a half.
About a year and a half. Interesting. Okay, so can you are you willing to leak who the best man's going to be right now? Is that something you're willing to share?
Nothing's official yet. I mean, I know who it's going to be, but nothing's official yet. So.
All right. Are you going to propose to him too, like pop on a knee?
To ask my best man.
Yes.
To be the best. Oh, I don't know. That's funny you say that. I think that's like a thing now, isn't it?
I'm not the one getting married here. So
it beats the hell out of me. Hey man, I've been dating my girlfriend as long as you have, and I'm years away from that shit. But I'll tell you what. So
the one question that I want to ask you in this, does it offend you that you don't get to wear like an engagement ring or anything like that?
Equality.
I'm all for gender equality. It's 2017.
It's straight up sexism. Gerald should have a big old fucking rock on his finger, just like his girl does.
I think the ring looks better on my fiance.
What about a grill? Like get some grills, some wedding grills. It'd be badass.
Grill? What are you talking
like grills in your teeth?
Oh, my teeth.
Oh yeah. Just be like, yo, I'm getting married.
I don't think that would go over too well.
I mean, she's from Atlanta, so I mean, I feel like that would kind of.
I was gonna say, I feel like she would love if you had kind of a 2 Chainz vibe. You grew out some dreads and shit like that. I'm pretty sure all women from Atlanta love 2 Chainz. Okay, so do you have a Bible verse that you have planned to be read during the ceremony?
No, we haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay,
Does your mom have a Bible verse ready for the ceremony?
You never know.
How involved is your mom in planning this wedding?
Oh, I mean, we're just in the early stages of planning. We've been Emily and I have just been, looking at colors and looking at possible reception place and stuff like that. We haven't made any final decisions on anything yet. So
Do you know
just
where?
in the early stages of looking through stuff. It's
Do you
kind of
know?
fun actually.
Do you know where it's going to be, like location wise, like city wise?
Yeah, we're thinking most likely in Chicago.
Ooh, destination wedding. I'm
Oh,
up for it.
destination wedding. Okay, so you are going to buy us all a bunch of chips at the casino, correct?
The casino. Are there casinos in Chicago? I don't even know.
Why would there not be casinos in Chicago? There's casinos fucking everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if there's as many in St. Louis.
I don't give a shit.
He does got a point. But I'll tell you what, I'm all for getting some deep dish pizza at the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, is there going to be an open bar, Gerald?
I mean, we don't have any decisions made, but
No, the answer is yes. If there's not an open bar, you're going to get pissed off. What kind of wedding? We already been over this, but what kind of wedding does not have a fucking open bar?
yeah,
It's a clown wedding, that's you.
that's a good point.
All right, final question. Will you write your own vows?
Yeah, again, we haven't talked about that part yet, so we're still in the early stages of planning. So, but I'm sure in the near future, we'll go through all the details.
Gerald is very political. He's very Belichickian.
Dude, you have not answered a single goddamn question we asked you. Even when you say yes to, like, who's going to win the AL, you're like, maybe.
You don't want him here. I'm serious. I don't get fined.
Exactly.
All right, Gerald. We will make up. We'll make up a T-shirt for you that says "I was the first ever guest on Alternative Facts." It was great to have
Sounds
you.
good. Thank you.
We
Thanks
will
for
talk
having
to you soon, and I will start kicking your ass tomorrow in fantasy baseball.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I got a pretty good team this year.
I feel just.
Say
As good.
that for sure.
I feel just as good. All right, we'll see you later, buddy.
Later, boner.
All right, see ya.
All right, and that was a little bit of baseball talk with our good buddy Gerald. We're gonna stick with the baseball, stick with some baseball talk, and we're going to talk baseball food. One thing I love about the beginning of the season is a lot of these teams they go all out with some of the new concessions. You always look forward to going in the stadium for the first time and seeing what food is new. It's no longer just your hot dog, peanuts, and beer. It is always something exquisite. And I'm gonna lead off with Atlanta. Speaking of Gerald, they're opening their new ballpark in just a couple of weeks. Look at this. This is some bad radio. The tomahawk chop sandwich with fried pork chop, collard green coleslaw, and white barbecue sauce. That's serving 4 people.
That's enormous. It looks delicious. It's got a little flag on the top. Also, I love how the Braves totally invented the tomahawk chop and how nobody else does it. I mean, it's not like the Florida State or the Chiefs or any given high school team does the same thing. But how original of them.
What about cookie dough?
I adore cookie dough. I eat cookie dough out of the tube fairly often. I mean, I don't buy it because I know if I buy it, I'm going to eat it out of the tube.
Would you like to go to Citi Field for one game just to get some cookie dough? Now, I guarantee you we would probably spend about 4 innings in line waiting for the stupid cookie dough, so it would not be worth it.
I could buy it from the store for $3 also.
Yeah, but this stuff's like supposedly good to eat.
Naturally.
How about the tater tot topped hot dog?
You had me at tater tot.
I mean, we just got done talking about tater tots.
We're both tots guys, so clearly we both love this. And I mean, hot dogs, I mean, it's got some kind of cheese drizzle on it. It looks absolutely delicious. Or is that ranch?
I think that's sour cream. That's sour cream and scallions.
That's sour cream? Son of a bitch. That looks delicious. Bad radio.
That is that's in Arizona.
Arizona.
I'm going to skip anything with coleslaw, despite, I'll tell you what, for as good as Major League food is, minor league food is even better because minor league stadiums will do anything to get people in, from wacky promotions to insane food.
Oh, they need to. They absolutely need to.
I wish we had a minor league, we had the Cardinals, but I wish we had a minor league team here. It'd be so much fun.
We have the River City Rascals.
That's not the same.
Yeah, but you still don't go to any of those games. If you went to some of their games, then you could say, oh, we should get a minor league team. But you don't go to any of their damn games.
Well, I'm busy going to Cardinals games.
That's a piss poor excuse.
Now look at this. This is at Comerica Park in Detroit this year. A Little Caesars Coney Dog deep dish pizza.
That's a lot of D's.
Is that mustard or cheese sauce over the top?
It's got to be mustard.
You remember the hot dog pizza that Pizza Hut had about 2 summers ago with like little pigs in a blanket like pull aparts on the crust?
Oh yeah, that's pretty mediocre.
I wonder how that'll be in comparison to this.
It was pretty disappointing. I worked at Pizza Hut at the time. We tried some. It was okay. I didn't love it.
Now here's my question: Who goes? This is at Fenway Park. A lobster melt. Who goes to a baseball game and eats lobster?
Over under. How much does that cost?
$19.
I'm gonna go about $17. It beats lobster. In my opinion, and this is not.
And I guarantee the portion size is very skeevy.
This is not a popular opinion, but lobster is by far the most overrated food on the planet.
No, you're dead wrong. Dead
dude,
wrong.
you put anything in fucking garlic butter and it would taste just like lobster.
Well, there's the one drawback I have against lobster is you need the garlic butter.
Right. You know what food tastes great with nothing else on it? Steak.
Well, tell that to our president.
Okay. The fact that our president eats steak well done is not just...
No.
It's
not that. It's ketchup.
Oh, well done. That's a good point. It's infuriating that we have a leader of our country he's trying to represent our country to other nations, and he eats a goddamn steak well done in fucking ketchup. That is insulting. It is insulting to all of us Midwesterners. I mean, maybe it's a New York thing. I don't know. He's from the East Coast. Maybe it's a New York thing. But us Midwesterners know the perfect steak is medium rare and served with potatoes. Not ketchup. And possibly A1 sauce.
I'm a medium guy, asparagus, baked potato.
No disagreements here. No disagreements. Asparagus on the grill is spectacular.
This is not just Scream Southwest. This is a Texas Rangers game. It's a 2-foot tamale-filled hot dog.
That looks ridiculously good.
Jalapenos, cheese sauce, sour cream. Look at the cilantro on that.
Wow.
That's a fucking whole leaf of cilantro.
Bad radio.
That is tremendous.
That is spectacular.
I will eat anything with cilantro like that. Alright, this is at Baltimore Orioles games. A mac and cheese twister with pulled pork served in a twisted bread. What is a twisted bread cone?
I assume it's...
Is it like a waffle cone?
No, I think it's just bread that you twist and then you you put it in an oven so it gets hard. I assume that's what it is, but it looks delicious.
I don't know if I like the concept of pulled pork with mac and cheese. Like,
I feel like they taste good if you're eating them. If you're like eating a pulled pork sandwich with mac and cheese on the side. You know what? No, I would put mac and cheese in my pulled pork. I prefer to get as much food in the smallest amount of space. I mean,
I would not.
I've been to Pittsburgh, man, and I'll tell you what. Those sandwiches that have the fries and the coleslaw on the Philly cheesesteak at Primanti Brothers in Pittsburgh, spectacular. Spec-fucking-tacular.
Alright, I can go for French fries on a sandwich. I don't do it, but I can get why people do it.
Mm-hmm.
I will never understand the coleslaw. I never will.
Mm-hmm.
I think coleslaw is disgusting, and I would not put coleslaw on it. If you're gonna put coleslaw on a sandwich, you're making the stupid sandwich cold. Like, explain that to me.
The temperature is definitely a little bit off.
My God!
I understand where you're coming from there. I'll tell you something, though. Here is something that is incredible. You're going to think it sounds stupid, but it is one of the most delicious things ever. You get a peanut butter sandwich. So no jelly, just peanut butter. Put peanut butter on both sides of the bread. Put Doritos in between them. It is... No, don't look at me like that. It is spectacular. Like, I remember, I tried it. I'm like, this is so good. Courtney, Mitch, they're both like, you're an idiot. I'm like, eat the sandwich. And they both try it, and they're like, holy shit, that's good. Peanut butter sandwich with Doritos in the middle. It is absolutely spectacular.
I don't quite get the whole thing with putting potato chips on sandwiches. Maybe I'm just, like, out of sync.
But it's Doritos. It's Doritos. No, it's Doritos. Okay, you know those little packets, those little packages you used to get of like the orange crackers with peanut butter in it? It's like that, but instead of those orange crackers, which are kind of cheesy, it's straight up Doritos. It's spectacular. And honestly, the more layers of Doritos you can fit in there, the better. It's spectacular. Trust me on this. I know what I'm talking about.
All right, so that just about covers our baseball food. The one thing, I'm going to keep it real quick for 1 second. Apparently, the big ticket new item at Busch Stadium is bacon-wrapped ribs. I've heard it rumored. I want to see it confirmed. I'll look around tomorrow for it. But if I find those, I'll pay for it.
Oh, absolutely. That sounds delicious.
I don't care if I'm getting like 3 ounces of ribs or I'm getting a full slab. I will pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it'll be about $15.
Absolutely. All right, that concludes our baseball food segment. Next up, we got a fairly short gay or not gay today. I'm not sure how many topics we have. I'm going to start, though. First, gay, in relation to Gerald, people who put 1 Corinthians 13 in their wedding. I think it's pretty gay. It's the love is patient, love is kind, blah, 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 sap, sap, sap. It's stupid as hell. It pisses me off. And it's so basic. It's like the Instagram of weddings. Like, it's just the most basic shit ever. You think it's gay or not gay?
Well, as the lead favorite to officiate Gerald's wedding, I'm going to say yes. because I don't want to read it because I will mess it up.
Why?
I guarantee you I will mess it up.
Why? Can you not read?
Yeah, but I'm going to try and memorize it verbatim.
You don't have to memorize it. You put it in a... Doesn't the preacher just, like, put it in the book? And, like, you know, like the little comic book inside... Or like the little porn hustler inside the math book? Don't they kind of do that? They just slide a sheet of paper that has it in there? I don't know.
I'll probably end up reading it backwards, though. And someone in the front row will know it word for word and call me out on it.
I bet Gerald's mom will know it. I bet Gerald's mom knows that whole thing. I bet Gerald's mom reads the Bible verse at Gerald's wedding. Calling it right now. Gay or not gay? Driving a Mazda Miata.
What is a Mazda Miata?
Okay, pull it up. Pull it up. A Mazda Miata. It's this thing that people call a sports car, but it's really tiny. It's really tiny and it's stupid. But there's a lot of guys who love driving them, and they just look so damn stupid.
Oh my god, this looks stupid.
Yeah, they're tiny. That's not even the kind you should be looking at. Bad radio, guys. Sorry. Nah, that's not the 2017. Look up 2005 Mazda Miata. One of my roommates freshman year he did that. He was so excited. He was a big car guy. He was so excited about getting. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, dear
Especially
Lord.
like that one. I know, right? Like, it's such a chick car, but like this dude is so into cars and he's so excited
I'll tell you what,
about driving a
the
Mazda
only
Miata.
thing
He was
that,
so gay.
The only thing that car is missing to make it even gayer is a spoiler.
hey, nah, this is not a time to hate on spoilers, buddy. Spoilers look good if it's on the right kind of car.
Well, that car, it does not look good on.
Oh,
That's my
absolutely
point.
not. Absolutely not. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get a roll bar on top of it too, just in case I flip my car over driving it like a maniac. Dude, if you're... Mazda Miatas are just terrible. I mean, you don't want people to see you driving that around, because they're just like, look at this dude, thinks he's got a big old dick here driving this little tiny-ass car. Like, what a clown. What a clown. You got any gay or not gays today?
I do not.
All right. Finally, gay or not gay, this comes from my experience on the beach in South Carolina. Speedos.
If you're born and raised in America, yes.
Okay.
If you're not, no.
So you think for Europeans it's more of a normal thing than for here?
Yes.
I would agree with that. We saw this.
It's
dude,
a cultural.
We saw this dude running on the beach, and his jump was just going bounce, 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 and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And you look at it immediately, and then you look away because you're like, I don't want to see this dude flopping his dick around. But I swear to God, it's hard. It's hard not to remember how that looked. It was bright green. It was awful. It was just awful. I mean, all right. You think you're cool? You think you're manly by hanging out your dick for everyone to see? You know what most people do with their dick? Keep inside the goddamn pants. All right, time to move on to our next segment, Sean, and this is Game Show Talk. It is a new segment.
All right, so I was inspired to bring this on because every day when I'm at the gym, yeah, this is a little disclaimer, I do work out. Every time I'm at the gym, there is always some form of game show on. From The Price is Right to Jeopardy to Wheel of Fortune, like it doesn't matter. Like there is always some game show on. And we always have this discussion: which are the good game shows, which are not. What is your favorite game show host? Who's your favorite game show host?
Oh, my favorite host? I'm gonna have to say Steve Harvey. I mean, Steve Harvey has got such a great mustache.
Steve Harvey he's got the personality too.
You know what? He's charming. Some of those faces that he makes.
I was just about to say the facial expressions he makes
great.
when people give those stupid answers.
I would also have 1A is Steve Harvey, 1B is Alex Trebek of Jeopardy.
I'm gonna knock him because he's so condescending.
Yeah, because he's the host of the smartest show on TV, and he has been since like the 80s. You ever seen him with a mustache back in the day?
Yes, I have.
Awesome. Okay, but Alex Trebek, every time I watch Jeopardy, I say to myself, is he going to be wearing glasses or no glasses? He's one of the few people that can pull off the glasses look and the no glasses look in consecutive episodes.
I feel like his eyes are too small for him to not be wearing glasses.
You don't like the no glasses Trebek?
No, it's really creepy.
Interesting. Who's your favorite host?
My favorite game show host, I don't like his show. I'm going to say Wayne Brady. Is there anyone cooler than Wayne Brady?
Wayne Brady is a great actor. I mean, he's on Whose Line Is It Anyways, and he was spectacular on that. He played Barney's brother in How I Met Your Mother. He's great. What show is he hosting?
He does Let's Make a Deal Now.
He did that one stupid one, right? The one with the truth or lie or whatever.
Ooh, this is awkward.
I'll tell you what. We'll look that up in a minute. Okay. So, what do you think the stupidest game show is?
Stupidest game show. probably has to be The Price is Right. Like how many times a week do we bash on The Price is Right? Like 3?
All the fucking time.
I mean, the only thing that I like about The Price is Right is the wheel, the showcase wheel, or not the showcase wheel, like the wheel that gets you into the showcase.
Right.
Because when we were younger, we used to bet on like where it would land during lunch, and that's the only thing I can look forward to. Like, the people who go on that show are just complete clown heads. You know what I mean?
They are asinine. They are absolutely asinine.
Like, I would not want to appear on
people,
national television and do that to myself.
They only pick people who are absolute spazzes, and it's terrible. It's hard to watch. I don't watch it ever. I mean, I completely agree. The people, my dad uses the term mutants to describe those people. I think it's pretty accurate. All right, what is the best game show? The best game show out there, the most fun to watch.
Best game show. Baggage.
Oh my
Jerry
god.
Springer show.
Oh my god.
Hands down.
Baggage.
Hands down. No contest.
Dude, remember when that guy with all the unicorns won that?
Yes.
Dude, what a queer. Like, what a fucking queer. He's got unicorns all over his house, and then she's like, oh, he's so dreamy. You know why she picked him, though?
He got money.
He's the richest. He was the richest of the 3.
Probably got a good life insurance policy, too.
Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. All right, the best is Jeopardy.
That's 1B for me.
It's such a good show. It's smart. They ask trivia, and you know what? I'm pretty damn good at it. Like College Jeopardy, I swear to God, I got like over half the answers right at my College Jeopardy. I absolutely nailed it. Some people were telling me I should be on Jeopardy, and I said, you know
don't
what?
like trivia. I think you are un-American.
I think you should be put on the terror watch list. Just like if you don't like Thin Mints. Same thing.
I got invited to a trivia night last week, and unfortunately I couldn't go due to a hospital stint.
Yeah, hospital stint. That's unfortunate.
All right, so Wayne Brady, do we have a verdict on that game show?
I can't find it, man. I can't find it. It's kind of bugging me. It was like a show where like it was like Truth or Lie with a husband and the wife. I don't know. It was really stupid. I only
Two
watched...
Truths and a Lie?
No. I don't know what it was called. We'll figure this out later. All right. So our next segment is going to be awesome or stupid. So we tell you this thing that's kind of on the borderline between being awesome and being stupid, and we decide once and for all: is it actually awesome or is it just fucking stupid? So I saw this commercial for this free your feet, this minimalist protective footwear. So here's what they said: it's 15 times stronger than steel. I put unconfirmed. Unconfirmed. I don't think you can really confirm that it's stronger than steel. It gives you the barefoot feel while also protecting your feet, because apparently running barefoot is the way you're supposed to run or something like that.
You ever walked on a driveway barefoot?
Yeah, I have actually. It's pretty hot.
And painful.
I mean, yeah.
My driveway.
Your driveway sucks, dude. It's got like the little mini rocks in there.
Yes.
Mine used to be like that too, but we got a concrete driveway. Or a sidewalk, not the driveway, sorry. So the advertisement showed people like climbing mountain, water skiing, and running through water. So apparently this stuff is waterproofed. It's apparently the best part of this. So this is pretty asinine. So at the end, they're like, "Oh, and these are way better than those weird." They call the the toad shoes.
Yeah.
That they have. They call those stupid and weird. But apparently these aren't.
You're basically taking the same concept and minimalizing them down to the equivalent of no-show socks.
Right.
How's your product not stupid?
I think it's stupid too. I don't understand. Like, okay, so so yours is different than theirs, right? Yours is like 2% different than theirs, but theirs is stupid, right? Because the thing is, okay, I'm sure theirs feels different, and I'm sure theirs is more like convenient to run in and stuff like that. But it looks almost the exact same as those dumbass. What is that? Skechers that makes those, or Adidas?
It makes the toe shoes.
Yeah, the toe shoes.
I have no idea who makes them.
Okay, those look stupid, and they're trying to say that these don't look stupid, and I vote stupid.
I don't get the point in this because my toes are like, if I could like spread my toes out wide, I would get the point in that, but like I really can't do that.
I have very small toes. It would not work for me. It would not work for me. All right, so as usual, we're going to end with our words of the day. Sean, what is your word of the day today?
My word of the day is going to be superfluous.
You guys want to watch basketball?
It'll be on in a minute.
It's already on.
Well, we'll get down there in a minute. We're filming our podcast. The classic interruption from Pops. Okay, so the word of the day is vaticination. Vaticination. It's like a prediction. Vaticination. Vaticination.
Wow.
Vaticination. It's something foretold or a prediction of the act of prophesying. I don't know. I saw it the other day, or I saw it this morning actually, and I was like, wow, I got to put this on here because I know I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. Vaticination. Vaticination.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Sentence. I got nothing. Origins. Something foretold prediction. So she gave in Harry Potter, Professor Trelawney gave a vaticination about Harry's death. I don't know. Something like that. What's your word of the day?
My word of the day is going to be superfluous.
Superfluous. Now that's a good ass word.
It's a word like the word superfluous is honestly superfluous because it's an unnecessary word to use. Just say the word unnecessary.
Well, yeah, it basically means unnecessary, right?
Yeah, it's exactly what it does mean.
Interesting. All right, so that is our show for today. Sorry there's a lot of stuttering going on, and sorry that Gerald didn't answer any of our questions. But we will see you guys next week, hopefully.